Hello and welcome to Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream,
The
season
stream.
3. My name is Ben Quiggins, your GM, and these are did, where the are you, is it just you two?
You put
This
us
is
in the gut
this is
and
half my
half
players.
swallowed everyone.
It's not our fault
Half-
that Steve and
half
Aaron
my
got
players?
digested.
This is
Would
it
I
now.
do that?
Yes.
Cut down by half. The
This-
eliminated.
This
All
is
right. Well,
all
do
there
your
is.
introductions, I guess.
Well, how do we do an introduction? Hi, I'm Getty, aka Ragnarok Rose. I'm playing the part of the proxy paladin Twig. My pronouns and Twig's pronouns are she and her. You can find me on the internet in other places, but I don't really have a presence, so it doesn't matter. But I'm happy to be here back for season 3.
It's
Awesome.
the hidden presence that matters.
It's a hidden presence.
We feel you
presences.
through the network.
I have an Instagram. Do I update it? No.
I mean, that's true. I send you things on Instagram and they never get looked at.
They don't. I don't open the app.
Hi, I'm Audrey. I play Ever. She's an Easy Night survivalist, and we're just going to see how I remember her voice. I was watching clips of Harley Quinn before we got on tonight. Anyway, the whole deal here with our new setup, which is nice and fancy. Aaron created this for us, the new graphics and the new intro music, which is really awesome. So Aaron and I recently had a baby. Not to like throw my personal life out there or anything, but we recently had a baby, and so we're kind of juggling bedtime separately. So for the first few sessions of this season, we're going to have the party split, and Ben will of course tell us more about that in-game wise, how that works. But that's why you're looking at this beautiful new setup where there's only 3 of us. We will get to a point where it's the whole party again, so don't worry. You won't miss out on our ridiculous shenanigans altogether, but for now you just have to deal with me and Getty being insufferable to Ben.
We do this a lot. This is you'll get
We
a highlight preview of our relationship with Ben Quiggins.
We do. Anyway, the only thing that I have before I throw it back to Ben to get us into it is to say, hey, shout out to Talinchi Studios. They're a St. Louis
Yay.
artist here locally, and they do magnetic journals. So this is a wood carved and stained journal with a magnetic insert. I use it to keep notes, and Aaron actually just got me another one for Valentine's Day, which is really awesome. So I have 2 separate covers that I can switch the journals out of, which is very fun. So definitely give them a look if you're in the mood or market. Market is the word I was looking for a
Mood is
campaign
good.
journal.
I love journals. Journals are good. Journals are a good mood to be in.
That is true. My mood is default journal. So
My mood is I have a pen and I must ink.
correct. All right. Ben, we will let you get to it. Also, thank you, chat. Thank you for the congratulations.
All right. So first things first, I want to apologize in advance for this. This is probably the longest recap that I've had to do so far. So if you, with perfect clarity, like the true fan listeners I know you are, remember every detail of the first 2 seasons, you can just tune out for a couple minutes here while I read this.
No, stay. Listen to Ben's beautiful
I
voice.
don't remember every detail from the first 2 seasons because for season 1 we basically had no episodes saved and uploaded, which is my bad. And for season 2 we definitely were missing a few.
I remember everything. Twig got bullied. That's all that mattered.
Hey, barely.
Twig got bullied. Oh man,
barely.
what a take. All right. So, last time, our intrepid heroes were living their own separate lives on the space station Kestia in the core regions of the Nakora galaxy. They were drawn together to do a job for a mutual acquaintance named Mori and her 2 children, Jihyun and Yong, a sort of curio dealer that straddles the line between legal and not so legal. While finding Mori's definitely not stolen goods, except that they were stolen from her. They weren't stolen for that, though, I promise. Artifacts, which happen to be artifacts for the local Kestian History Museum. The party broke into a den of a fringe wing of a local gang consortium where they found a cult of personality and a mysterious talking being represented by a golden and red eye. After their success, Mori offers them a chance for more jobs, with more payouts, and the party gets a reputation for helping out the little people of the fourth wing of the space station, also known as the Sweeps, where most of the downtrodden of Kestia tend to live. They find a runaway girl, reunite her with her father, Ptolemy. They help Silky, a homeless person caught up with the drug trading gang they're increasingly at odds with. They help Oswin, a fringe professor, collect samples from below a hollow asteroid moving through the area. They help Olive Tasker, the local peacekeeper, against that same aforementioned gang. And many more other small things. All the while, Twig continues to hear a mysterious singing woman in her dreams. Ever continues her search on behalf of her secret employer, and Scarrick and Arrow continue to build relationships with the Game Over Society. Through their odd jobs, they gather reputation and eventually a name, the Custodian. After that, they get a job helping out a local lawyer named Poyo, who is helping an employee named Vali Rathine against charges that she murdered her boss, the curator of the new guest wing of the Kestian History Museum, which is about to start an exhibition on the Viruxian invasions of Nakora space. Through their investigation, the party conscripts the help of Munir Amid, a historian from the Lewis Avon Empire, and discovers the true murderer is a Virix agent who's been in disguise on the station and sought to remove an expert on Virix history and culture. In hunting for the criminal, they also discover that the mysterious symbol in the fringe gang den was actually a Virix symbol, meaning that the age-old enemy of life in the Nakora galaxy has been reaching its gnarled hands into the daily life here for who knows how long. In a final bid, the team lured the agent to Arrow's radio station, where they trapped and defeated him. But although they turned him over to Peacekeeper custody, he killed himself to preserve his secrets. So that was Season 1. Season 2. Last time. Some time passes in relative quiet after that, though they continue to help people and their reputation continues to build. Eventually, they're pulled into a big job helping out a local Ezonite named Char, whose mentor's mind vanished while in an immersion chat room with the Game Over Society. Their investigation led them to Hazel Narayan, an eccentric tech millionaire who owns many things in the Sweeps. They saved them from the attack of an abomination, a sort of being from beyond existence that consumes existence itself. Through this, they learned that their target may have been kidnapped, along with other people around the station, by none other than the Virix cult that worships the Golden Eye. As they push further, they meet Anvaya, a Night Vale denizen who hunts and eats abominations.
Yeah.
Fan favorite Anvaya.
Fan favorite Anvaya, and Scarrick unwittingly makes a blood pact with her.
No, they were spit
I
friends.
feel like that
They were
was
spit friends.
winning.
Well, I mean, it was a spit pact, but
Well,
it was
isn't spit just filtered like blood?
I don't want
Slime
to
is filtered
talk about
right?
this.
It's
That's
fine.
gross.
Perfect.
What? It's just basic physiology.
Eventually, they find the spirit of a Virix butcher using the network to possess bodies, exorcise him, and track him to a remote shutdown research satellite orbiting a planet a system over. With the help of local space pirate Ash Valar and his ship, the Molotov, the party makes their way there and destroys the place, but not before meeting the apparent mastermind behind the incurring Virix threat. Zithix, a magical intelligence of Virix design, bent on the expansion of its creators into the Nakora galaxy and represented by the Golden Eye. During the confrontation, it is revealed that it has been pulling in abominations to destabilize Kestia Station while it searches for a powerful artifact called the Mask of Ranu Eru.
Wow.
The party escapes with their lives and saves the taken people, although one of the rescued minds has no body to return to. And they learn that the people Ever works for are also searching for the Mask of Ranu Eru, and that's why she's on the station. Back on the Kestia station, Ash bids them farewell, and with the help of Hazel and the mysterious singing woman from Twig's dreams, they're able to create a digital space for the lost mind that they saved, who has no body. With the Virix momentarily dealt with again, the party answers the call of their old pal Oswin and helps them with another survey. This time they head further out into space, where they find an ancient starworm who has strayed from her usual flight path. After speaking to the creature in its half-slumbered state and braving a chaotic storm of dark matter energy, they discover an unusual parasite on her back, which has been driving her towards the region of space by conjuring storms of dark matter. With the parasite dead, they leave Oswin to his new research and head back to the station. There, they get a job from Ever's employer, who turns out to be Munir from the Museum of History. The Avon Empire is looking for the Mask of Ranu Eru, a relic of their history which they believe is on this station, which, as you may remember, was once a military outpost for the Avon Empire during its war against the Galactic Coalition almost 800 years ago. He got a lead on an anomaly caused by a sort of ground collapse in Wing 3, the farming wing of the space station. The party follows up, where they find an old friend of Twig's, a wireborn freedom fighter named Jean Ulster. She was scoping out the collapsed area as well to break past government security. They team up and break in, where they find an entry point to a previously sealed underground area. Here they find ancient Lewis Avon ships from the war era and an old hologram which seems to imply that a Lewis Avon Royal and the mask itself were both definitely here 800 years ago. Going deeper, they find the lair of Narog, an ancient Hydra-like shadow dragon from the Night Vale. This old guardian speaks to them of a deal struck long ago with the Empire to trade sustenance and home for their work against the thinness of the planar barriers in this area of space, which the Kestia was originally built to research before becoming a war station for the Empire. Since then, their children, like Anvaya, hunted and killed stray abominations when they cross over into the material world. Though they do not find the mask, Narog gives them a few bags of its scales and a mission to use those scales to shore up the portals caused by the weakness in the barriers around the station created by Zithix's plots. Back above ground, they call on Anvaya, who they have learned from Narog has a spit pact with Scarrick. Then they go hunting in the first wing for an apparent open tear to the place beyond existence where the abominations hail from. Here, they find a secret research lab that appears to have been abandoned despite being paid up in full. They find out that the researchers have been dead for some time, and when they are trapped inside the vault with the reality tear, they manage to close it and escape, but they did not catch the Soletta, an abomination of great intellect and means who appears to have been working alongside Zithix in some manner. After a short, quiet couple of days, the party is asked to help with an investigation inside Kestia government itself, for there appears to be some abominate anomaly going on in the Capitol building. They are brought in secretly by DAM, the department.
Frickin' acronyms, Ben.
I don't know what this acronym stands for. Department of something
Magical.
Wait, I wrote it down, I bet. Hang on.
Metaphysical.
My beautiful notebook.
Metropolitan.
I have it written down somewhere, I'm sure. I don't know why I didn't
in your notes.
My beautiful notebook probably has to have it somewhere, right? Maybe. Who knows? Department of Arcane Management.
That's it. The Department of Arcane Management, which I'm just going to call DAM.
You did
not the worst acronym that you've come up with.
There have been worse ones. I agree.
Just because you don't like NIPS. They are brought in secretly by Dan after being connected via Ever's relationship with Mahogany Jones, a local politician. Once in, they begin investigating and meet various people in the Capitol building. A young intern named Dal Maisie, a weird new employee named Arbello, the Minister of Travel named Elby, a local janitor.
He's a combination janitor barrister.
In the government building? I guess that makes sense.
Arrested for almost bringing down the building, named Sebastian, and the Minister of Security. After investigating, they found out that Elby was working for Vurix Intelligence Zithix, and that Arbello was in fact the abomination, the Soletta in disguise.
Nobody could have predicted that because he behaved exactly like Colin Robinson Energy Vampire.
He did. As they made their discovery, the alarms for the station went haywire as a massive starworm that Oswin had been observing barreled through a nearby wormhole, devouring a ship en route and headed directly towards Kestia with mouth agape. The party rushed to stop Orbello, who was in the security control headquarters for the station, putting out a signal that was driving the worm mad. In the ensuing battle, the party was able to separate the Kestia station and save a number of its wings and communities and populations. And via the Nightveil creature, damaged Arbello's magic such that it could no longer assume different forms outside of Arbello and its weird normal form. So it's stuck in this multi-faced Arbello form, which I think Audrey in a really cursed comment said something
The guy
about
from
Spy
Spy
Kids 2.
Kids! The multi-faced guy from Spy Kids,
That's
played
the
by Tony
one.
Shalhoub.
But unfortunately, in doing so, Envia took a grievous wound and vanished into shadow and dust. Ultimately, the Starworm hit the station, devouring the axis where the government building is, as well as wings number 3 and 4, whole, and everything went silent. So that's everything that happened up till now.
Ben,
And
that
that's what
only
you
took
missed on
us.
Spaceships and Starworms.
It only took us like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was
Hefty.
Whew. Okay.
You did it.
Now,
Great job.
we're officially in season 3.
Season
All right.
3.
Alarms were blaring, and a gentle amber light was cast over the room, brightening and then dimming in turn. A woman stands before a wooden desk. The last thing bequeathed to her from her mother before leaving home sits upon it. Her features are pointed and sharp, with narrow indigo eyes surrounded by skin once sun-kissed but now pallid from years aboard a spaceship. The chitin she wears is fraying at the edges, and the military breastplate atop it gouged with marks from plasma fire. She cannot help but think that the war had gone on too long. Behind her, the oval door slides open, and a Luantua soldier steps through and salutes. His own military wear is worn and scored from battle. Her back stiffens as she takes upon herself the auspice of her command and turns to him. Your Highness, we have received confirmation of the Emperor's demise on the front line. She lets out a long sigh then it is done. Has Ashtvelen made his move? Yes, ma'am. Your cousin is making for the throne. Should we... That is... What is our next move, ma'am? Send a message of support to his claim. He's been driving for the peace accord, and we cannot afford another decade of fighting with the coalition. What if us, at Fort Kestia, we surrender? Seal the lower decks in Nirog's lair. Better they do not have the full picture of what this place was meant to be. Surrender, Your Highness. You know what it means to surrender in battle, beneath the flag of Luas Avon? Of course I do, Ulta. The fort can only surrender when the commanding Cumulocrat is dead or forfeits their life. We could still win. You have the mask. His words die as she presses a finger against his lips. I have no plans on dying for such an archaic practice, for tradition and propriety must be observed. Go. Send the message of my support to the fleet. When I'm done, I shall meet you in the lower docks, just another faceless Luantua. The coalition is a peaceful sort at heart. Doubtly many of our residents will get to continue living the rest of their lives here. He swallows hard and salutes before departing. The door slides shut, and the princess is left to the quiet in her rumination. Moving with purpose as the amber lights flash around her, she crosses her chamber to a small brass chest. It clicks open before her gentle hands and reveals the black velvet interior and a colorful mask, the mask of Ranu Eru. She could win the battle if she donned it. She knew that much. It is why she'd stolen it from her father, so that the Emperor could not use it as he'd planned. The Emperor had been at war for her entire life. Her father had been ready to fight the entire galaxy for the so-called Ravos birthright. The mask had poisoned you long before your death, father, she whispered aloud, and closed the lid. The only other thing of note she packed was a blade of brilliant blue-green metal. Star Cleaver was its name, and it could slice through metal as though it were paper. Even the thick and special alloyed wheels of spaceships were rented asunder before it. Thus armed and cloaked, she returned to the control panel, set up a direct line with her people and the surrounding fleet of Coalition ships. In the present, Twig. Something must have happened when the Starwyrms swallowed the station. A blast of electromagnetic waves, perhaps, or some other damage to your systems, your mind. You were asleep for a time, in a half-dreaming state, and you could hear the singing woman, but you could not see. And then you feel somebody shaking you, calling to you, asking you to wake up. And you do. When you open your eyes, you see a young woman, a Meshar, wireborn, with dark green skin and tentacles with deep black wire markings that shimmer purple. Twig.
Huh. What? She goes to sit up.
As you sit up, you see the ruined, destroyed shell of the security room. A whole section of it has been torn away. It's like half lodged down into what appear to be tissue of some kind, internal body tissue of some kind. And you don't immediately see anybody besides yourself and the sparking wires and the woman who's kneeling next to you.
I look up at her. Do I recognize her?
You don't, but you recognize her voice.
You're here.
Only for a moment.
Who are you? Why are you?
Listen to me, Twig.
Okay.
Listen.
I that's all I can do.
You can find me again, and I'll explain everything, but you have to find Hazel and Ulmer.
I'll do it. I won't leave them in danger. But are you what's giving me this power?
All I do is bring out the power inside you.
Okay.
And you blink and she's not there anymore.
Twig's like still like loading a little bit, and she's goes to touch like a necklace that she has, and she goes, "Wait, where is everyone?" She stands up, looking around the space.
Yep. So you get a better look now, and what you see is you are mostly alone here. There's the destroyed remnants of the other things from your fight with Arbello. There is still some signs of that battle, but mostly the room has been pretty wrecked. The doors themselves are half off their setup, and the only person you see is Ever, laying half under some rubble, essentially. Who is like stirring as though coming to consciousness. So you can tell that she's not, dead.
Okay.
That and because Dead Nice turned to ash. So
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious.
So I think she probably has like a wound on the side of her head, and like part of her like hair braids are like sparking with the wires that show through them. And she's looking
you're at
around,
one hit
and
point, by
she's
the way.
not. Oh yeah, at 1 hit point. Thanks,
Yeah.
Ben. I appreciate
welcome.
that. One
Both of
hit
you
point.
are.
Was that right?
How
Okay.
convenient.
Okay, great. Okay, so I can just mark off the hit points that I just gained from leveling up to level 10 and just go down to 1. Okay, great. I appreciate it, boss. She's like holding her head. She's like, am I still dream? And like her vision is like flickering as she looks around the space, and then she's like, ever, and she starts to walk forward, and then like almost trips, and then she's down on her knees next to Ever, and she puts her hands on Ever's shoulders. Ever, you're awake.
Holy mother and father Rezon. Ugh, Twig. Ever for her part has like, so she
Hold
usually
on.
has like all those stibnite kind of geodes growing off of her. So many of them broken off. Definitely some new like basically like lava channels, blood, you know.
I have to. She goes to move like what you're covered in right now, the rubble.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a strength check.
Can I assist from where I'm at, or can I not get leverage, Ben?
I'm gonna say you can't get leverage here.
It's
That's
5.
fine.
I'm not doing great.
So I'm not gonna say that you don't get it done, but it does take a while.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm obviously straining in like a way that I don't usually. Like Twig is not great at strength, but she's hurt, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, I think that Ever tries to get her to, you know, sit down and take a break. Like, it's not killing me, basically, you know?
We gotta get you out of here. I don't see any
Where
of the...
is
I don't know.
Where's Skerrick and Arrow? Moss.
She's back down on her knees in front of everyone. She looks very scared, and she says, I need you to tell me that I'm awake right now.
Well, I mean, if you're not awake, then I'm not awake. I'm pretty sure we're on the other side of being, what, colliding with a Starwyrm?
I think so, yes. I saw the woman from my dreams.
The singer?
The singer. She was here. She was physically... She points back towards where she was down on the ground. She was physically there, and then she was gone. So I don't know... Ever. I don't know if I can trust my eyes. I don't...
Look, Twig. I'm right here, and you're right here, and there is nobody else in this room, and I'm not saying you didn't see that lady, all right? But I am telling you that what you're seeing now, at least, is real.
Okay, come on.
Yeah.
Let's get that. When she takes your hand to help you stand up, she channels lay on hands.
Okay.
For 15 hit points.
Nice. Thank you. That maybe should have been better spent on yourself. Ashes and dust, but that hurts.
Oh.
You don't look so good either, you know.
I should see if she starts patting around like the bags she has on her hip with her combat gear.
Wait, I have I pull the hard light storage bag around. Ugh. I don't know if I actually have anything in here that'll help, but I've got stuff. So
my first aid kit should be here somewhere.
She starts pulling stuff out. I have a first aid kit too, so I can use that on Twig.
Okay. We had comms. We had like subvocal comms with the crew, right?
I don't think they're subvocal, but you definitely had comms.
Yours might have been subvocal, but mine wasn't.
Yeah, yours probably was, but
yeah, I probably have it built in or something.
You try the comms. You're getting huge amounts of interference.
It's probably the dark matter.
Right.
So you aren't sure how far this signal will go, but when you try to get on your frequency, the only person whose comm lights up or like seems to be connected is Evers.
I can't see them. They're not in the comms. There's a bunch of interference.
Well, we'll have to.
But their devices aren't not pinging.
We'll have to look around a little bit, but maybe we should sit for a second, catch our breath, patch ourselves up.
Okay. She sits down against like a collapsed desk in this room, and she's like looking up and around at what she can see outside of the wreck.
Yeah.
And like,
Ben, I'm gonna secure the perimeter while Twig first sits down.
Okay. So Ever So Twig, you're kind of looking around. What you will notice, so there is only one visible way out of here because it looks like the part of the. So you guys were in the security tower, which was in the axis of the space station. So for those of you who may not remember, so it's an O'Neill cylinder station, and at the with each wing being like a finger here, and then the axis being at the palm, and the Starwyrm came from the backside. So the axis went in first, and so part of this structure essentially was just clipped off, including all of the windows and stuff that used to be up here. So it's really just the one door that serves as an exit. As far as the equipment here, it does look like a few pieces might still be running, or at least salvageable of some kind, that you could maybe check out. Ever, when you go to secure the perimeter, you'll notice a couple of things. There is, in the hallway beyond, it looks like your entire building is kind of almost upside down. So you'll have to like reverse scale the tower essentially, climbing towards the ground floor. And other than that, you do appear to be alone.
All right. Well, Getty, for all intents and purposes, what I'm suggesting here is a short rest since we are totally boned.
So let's try the first aid kits first with the
Yeah,
medicine checks.
I would say medicine checks first. We can each make one on ourselves and each other, Ben. Is that correct?
No, you can benefit from one.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So you can make one check for each of you.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're both proficient with medicine, then you could roll with advantage.
I am proficient.
I am not proficient with medicine, but I'm proficient with the first aid kit.
So that works. They're the same
Okay.
thing.
Okay,
Alright.
so then roll with advantage, Getty, I guess.
For you.
That noise.
Delicious.
All right.
D20s.
24.
24. That's pretty good. So it
I
should
don't
be a
remember what the
D6.
healing is.
So it's a D6 plus your wisdom modifier. Or your intelligence modifier, I think. Whichever one the medicine skill is for.
Intelligence.
Yeah. Damn. It's only 3 hit points.
That's more than 0 hit points. You should roll with advantage for yourself also because I am actually terrible at intelligence checks.
Well, you'll have to hold up the mirror.
Yeah.
It's like, her hair.
Yeah.
Oof. She like clips something and goes, ah. Oh, the check I got was 11.
It's above a 10.
So it is above a 10, which is all you need to succeed on the base check since you have the first aid kit. So,
all right, so that's 4 hit points.
Rock and roll.
Cool.
All right, and then we're short resting so we can hit dice to heal.
I have Aura of Rejuvenation, so we're like sitting next to each other.
Okay.
And add let's see here. Is it? It's Aura of Rest. You add my Charisma modifier to it, which is a +4 to any of the dice that you roll during this.
To each of the dice or the total?
I think it's each die because you choose a number of die to roll. We'll check real quick. This is one of our paladin oath abilities, I believe. Aura of Rest. They regain additional hit points equal to your charisma modifier. Okay, it's not per roll.
Yeah. Okay, so just 4 extra, but that's not nothing. So, all right.
And then lay on hands regens. It's a long rest, right? Or is it short rest?
It's a short rest.
Okay.
I'm not healing all the way, but
I can use that now and then regen it before when the short rest is over. I think that's how it works. Lay on hands. Is it renewable on a short rest or a long rest?
It's long rest, yeah.
Long rest.
Okay. Cool. And I will cap us off at the end there.
I used 6 of my 10 hit die.
8. 12. 19. 22. Rolling low.
The riveting
Sorry.
the riveting experience of us doing math.
6.
I mean, you could have just walked out without the short rest. I'd have been okay with that.
Well, Ben, we were
30.
extremely hurt, and what would these characters do? What do you think?
All right. I've used 8 of mine, and I'm.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. I think we should move carefully, but there's no one else here, so we gotta
We gotta find
start
them.
looking for the others somewhere else. So
Maybe
Ben, I'm gonna
if
cast
we
Pass
get in
Without Trace on
proximity.
us.
Okay.
Try the comms again if we get close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can also try different frequencies if you want.
I'll start scanning through them, like the emergency lines and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you start scanning through some frequencies. The first emergency frequency you find is the same message going across all of them, which is basically a shelter-in-place evacuation announcement on playing on loop, essentially. It looks like this message is not really manned at this point. It's just a consistent loop. When you switch over to the network channels, they're down.
Okay.
So the station network appears to be not working right now.
Gotcha.
All right. So we start climbing our way out of here. I cast Pass Without Trace. I have climbing gear to help us.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay on hands myself for 15. And
Here's
Okay.
a question,
The rest
Ben.
of your lay in hands.
I have 50.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm level
What's up?
10, so I have 50.
So the space station, you were making me attuned to different regions. So I was currently attuned to the Axis. Is inside a Starworm a region for my Lay of the Land abilities?
So this is going to act as a new region, but once you get attuned to this one, it will apply to all of the parts of the station that are inside the
because
worm.
we're inside the Starworm. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So I'm just starting my counter, quote unquote, on attuning to that. So
Right.
it'll
So that
take
would have started an
me-
hour ago.
It takes me 2 hours at this level, I think.
You would know more than I would. I don't.
From my
I'll look it up, but I think it's 2.
plasma and charge weapon and ability gears and stuff, what's their charge at? Because it's not, they can't recharge off of like the lights are out, so they can't recharge normally right now.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you would switch over so what you'll need to do is right now you can assume they're at full charge, but they won't regain charge like they normally do. You're gonna need to find batteries that absorb from ambient dark matter that are used out in the outer reaches, which do exist on the station.
Okay.
There might even be some in the security headquarters here in the Axis somewhere.
Okay.
But
wow, I was way off. It takes 8 hours for me to attune to the inside of the Starworm.
Fair enough. So you're 1 hour down.
Just so you know, on our list of regions that are like differentiated as different parts of land, Guts is not one of them.
That's fair.
So Twig pauses if we're about to leave the room, and then turns around and went, "Oh, wait, hold on." And she like roots around in the rubble for a while, and then she finds the automatic rifle that she was using in the fight. She's like, "There it is."
Yeah,
Checks the mag.
Safe to use bullets now, baby.
Checks the bullets.
It ain't space anymore. I will
like,
say the atmosphere does seem breathable, but kind of like stale and like musty.
Humid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Neither of us really care about that though, do we?
I mean, I need oxygen for my fire, but
yeah, you guys don't have the same sensory
the
stuff going
quality of
on.
the oxygen doesn't matter so much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we're climbing the heck out of here under stealth.
I have my shoulder lights on for now.
Okay.
Although I will have to look up how long those last on charge.
It's 24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah.
I will jot that
All
down.
right.
All right, so you guys start climbing your way out with the climbing gear, making your way up towards the original bottom floor. You pass a few flickering lights and stuff. About halfway up your climb, you see the first signs of other fighting. It looks more recent than the destruction of the station itself, like pretty fresh. Like after the crash.
No,
there was
I
more
got you. I'm
fighting.
following.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You don't see any signs of who was fighting or why, but as you make your way up to a visible exit point, you see like some blown out windows that actually appear to open up out into open air. And when you creep forward to it, because you guys are stealthing right now with your pass without trace, if I
Mhm.
recall,
Yes.
you look out onto the cityscape, if you will.
Okay.
You see the collapsed and uneven rubble of the axis around where you're at. It looks like the buildings were like folded on top of each other. So you've got this
Inception
weird.
style.
What's that?
Inception style.
Yeah, Inception style. So you've got this weird thing where you've got a mixture of buildings that are right side up and upside down, like smushed on top of each other or in between each other, like teeth almost. The whole thing looks. I mean, it doesn't look particularly sturdy, but at the same time, it doesn't seem to like be swaying or moving or anything or additionally crumbling. You see lights out there, signs of life of people. You even see some movement right outside your building, moving in the courtyard of what used to be the government building that you guys were in.
That's where the fight was happening. With
That's
the
where
open
they were
portal.
fighting, yeah, with the open
Okay.
portal.
The security
Yep.
was fighting the
Krez and
creatures that were coming
Abominations, yeah.
through.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Krez and his
Okay.
people. Okay.
I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I
Mhm.
believe the bag of scales that I saved from our friend downstairs.
They were in the hard light storage bag, which I have.
I think I gave them to
They-
the
Oh, you
security
gave them to
to close
Krez.
the
That's
portal.
right. We
You
did.
gave
took
them
them
to
out of the
I
Krez
bag.
think
so
I
that they could
expended
throw
those.
them into the yes, they're all
Yeah.
extended.
Okay.
You're
But
right.
you are aware that they threw those into the portal. There is no visible portal here,
Okay.
fortunately.
Twig's voice is really quiet, and she's like, "Ever, do you remember the name of the starworm Oswin was so interested in? Because I can't for the life of me.
Well,
Because this is her, right? This is who was
it's
here.
it has to be, right? We don't know. I don't know who else it could be.
You can roll an intelligence check if you would like me to remind you.
I mean, I don't know if Ever cares.
My head hurts.
Eh,
A 1.
Your head
knowing the
hurts.
name of the Starworm doesn't get us any closer to not being inside the Starworm. So
It's fair. I
Yes.
mean, this is a novel experience. How many people have been inside one? To kind of expand on the cityscape that you see, so it goes on for miles, and it doesn't look like it's so cavernous that it's not like you can see the ceiling of a mouth or something. And as you look up, you see these like moving light sources. They look like shooting stars burning across the sky, the darkness. This bright blue light that kind of washes the place in like a continuous dim strobing light.
You remember the things that we found and fought on her back, though, right?
oh boy,
whole,
do
like-
I.
The whole, jungle, the ecosystem?
The goo parasites and just a lot of liquidy substances.
I bet
Yes, I
it's
recall.
like that was exposed to space a lot of the time, and I bet it's worse in here.
Thank you very much for bringing up how wet it probably is in here and how inherently dangerous this is.
I was less worried about the wetness and a lot more worried about whatever unheard of creature that I've never even heard of in a holo novel
Personally,
that
I
we're
would
going to have
take
to
the
deal with.
creatures over the wet, but that's me.
Well, hopefully we will not have to deal with the wet of her Titanic gut. What am I saying?
Say wet again.
Wet.
There you go. Okay. All right. Should we make our way down there? Maybe see who else is kind of alive? Because it looks like there's some people.
Yes. Yes.
So we are leaving the building then.
Okay. So you go ahead and make me an athletics check as you scale down.
Is Twig helped by my climbing gear? Am I helped by my climbing gear?
Yeah, it makes the DC lower.
Okay, great. That would be a 17 for me.
15.
Okay. So you guys don't have too much trouble climbing down. As you are getting pretty close to the ground, you hear somebody say, "Oi, who goes there?"
Well, it's Eva. Sorry, searching the fucking forgot my own name. Exploring the expanding universe forevermore.
We're the custodians.
Half
The-
of them.
The custodians. Oh shit! We thought you guys were dead.
We did too.
Eh.
Can we see who it is?
It looks like a security guard from the government building. One of
Krez's
Cluss's
people.
Yeah.
Is Krez or the others? Everybody fighting down in the courtyard. What happened?
Twig
Most
lands and unbuckles through the
most
straps.
of them didn't make it.
Right.
What? Oh,
Contact. Gravity stopped working for a little bit.
did the portal get closed?
The portal did get closed. Krez made sure of it himself.
Oh.
Last I saw of him, he was flying into it with those scalies of yours.
All
What's
right.
your name?
Yes.
You
yes.
know what?
Antagonizing Ben
Oh, my
immediately,
God.
Eddie.
Every fucking time. I don't know why it didn't occur to me that I shouldn't have just named this person beforehand.
This
You
is
need a
why
list of
when I
names on
run
hand.
games, I have a
do
list
that.
of names.
I have
them sorted by type. I let
I
them.
have a list of names sorted by species. I have the list. I'm just saying, like, I should have known you guys would ask, so I definitely should have had someone, I'm Wizlaw.
I mean, the alternative is just like as they open their mouth to say the name, a monster eats them. Like it's up to you. You are the GM.
That's true. I'll have to remember that trick. Honestly, what I need to do is like just get listener submitted names.
Yes.
Oh, you just like to do it because Dungeons and Daddies does it.
Well, I just like to do it
It's
because
a
it makes
good
it
idea.
easier.
It's
It's
true.
fun to
All
have
right,
audience
chat.
participation.
Before we encounter another NPC that Ben hasn't named, throw your name suggestions in the chat now.
Name suggestions into the chat now.
Anyway.
Wizlaw.
All right. Have you been able to get anyone on comms? Anything besides the emergency frequencies?
Well, we sent out the emergency frequencies. They're the only things that will run off network. Station networks down. Haven't really been able to contact anybody outside of the immediate area, but we've got this particular spot locked down as best we can against the monsters.
Have you seen the rest of our squad?
Monsters.
No, like I said, we saw the top of that tower get smashed into the ground, and we just assumed you were dead.
Let's RE monsters. What kind of monsters? What happened? Is that the fighting we saw inside the tower? Maybe there were signs of damage and stuff.
Well, we did hear some gunfire from up there when we sent somebody to check, but they didn't come back out, so we assumed they got them.
All right.
There's a lot of I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of dangerous shit going on.
Well, we're inside a Starworm. I don't know how many people can say that that has happened.
Me neither. But I can say this. Some of them are like those creatures we were fighting that were coming out of that portal.
Mhm.
Ugh.
But other ones, I don't know, angry inside Starworm fauna.
Yeah.
I
That's
didn't know they had things
particularly
inside them.
nondescriptive. Are they like bugs? Are they like mammals? Are they like fish things? Are they like birds? Are they like...
Mostly reptilian.
There you
Okay.
go. See, something I didn't say. So, details, they matter.
Yeah, mostly
Amphibian or leaning
maybe
or
amphibious.
The wet twig.
Aren't they the same thing?
what?
No.
No.
Amphibians
I
are
thought they-
wet.
I mean, reptiles can be wet, right?
I don't
This is
have
this
any
is a
reptiles and amphibians where I come from, so I don't know.
there's a lot I could explain about the
I mean, I was
subjects
born
that
and
I
raised
already
on a
have
space
saved
station, so I
from the
don't know.
network. That's an embarrassing sentence. Let's move on. Can you take us to wherever your base is, if you have one set up?
I mean, we got a temporary station. We're working on a Cress's office.
Okay.
I'm right.
But I can take you to. I can take you there, I suppose.
Who's
I don't
kind of
know.
in charge? Anybody?
Well, the chain of command kind of fell apart. There's only 10 of us, and we're mostly taking things democratically.
Well, happy to
Understood.
contribute.
Understood. All right. So, for the time
And
being, I'm going to suggest tentatively we should be looking for other people and we should be looking for a way out. Everybody
I
sound
mean,
good with
those are
that?
both valid points. We know there's other people hiding out in the ruins.
So, we should find them and bring them to kind of a strongholdy place if there's monsters everywhere.
I mean, we got to find a place that fits that description first.
I mean,
We
the
didn't have,
tower
like,
is
a-
relatively secluded.
well, there's stuff up in here that already killed somebody.
Well, we don't know if the monsters won.
Yeah. Well, there were no like safe rooms or lock rooms or anything. I know this
Well,
used to be a
there
military
was,
outpost.
but they
the
were
part that got...
unfortunately crushed.
I see.
So
Alright.
there was actually a group of. I'm not proud to say it, but we evacuated a number of people when the abomination attack started into the safe rooms.
Ah,
Right.
okay. All right. Okay.
Well, you were doing the best that you could.
Right. I mean, nobody has been swallowed by a Starworm before that we know of, and being alive afterwards seems kind of crazy.
I mean, what I can say is this: we've kind of. Maybe it's better that you go take a talk to Lookout.
All right.
He's been kind of mapping the immediate area.
Okay.
Sure, we can do that. So we'll go talk to Lookout.
Okay. Man, I don't remember this guy's name already. Wislow takes you guys back up into what remains of the security building, like the other security building that was part of the original like tri-tower setup, which isn't really mostly in one piece anymore. And you see a bunch of like makeshift barriers and other things set up around this like one office. And then inside, you see a few other armed people in torn up uniforms and stuff. Some of them recognize you guys and look kind of surprised. And then you guys, Wislow points to a ladder up to a hatch that looks like it's been recently like welded into place. It says, he hangs out in the little tower here. Been trying to keep track of everything through his zoom binoculars.
Right.
Knocks thrice, slides it open. Hey, look out! A couple of the custodians, they're still alive. Yeah, I said the same thing. Well, they want to talk to you about, I mean, honestly, I'm ready for someone else to be in charge.
I
All right. So
okay. I look over at
He slides
Ever.
down and says, "All right, boss, head on up."
and we'll go up.
Actually, technically, I believe as first day hires, we're on the lowest bottom of the total. Okay,
You know,
we'll go
last
talk to
time I
Loka.
checked, none of us are getting a paycheck for this.
That's true. You're damn right. So we head up the ladder.
All right, so you head up. You find what looks to be like a little, like, mostly man-made bunker. It looks like somebody, like, you melded the walls themselves and twisted the metal into a new structure with, like, it's got a ring around the whole thing with, like, bars that makes it easy to, like, look omnidirectionally.
Mm.
Oh, I hope that wasn't load
And
bearing.
well, there's not much of the building above it, so and you see an Ix who's, like, sitting cross-legged with these incredibly large, obnoxiously huge binoculars attached to their head, because each lens is the size of their eyes, and they, like, slide out through, like, the little bar holes, and they, like, slide back in, and they look over, and he says, "Hey, oh, good, you two."
I thought you were gonna do the "Oh, good, you're awake."
"Oh, good, you're awake." Yeah, we've been expecting you. No,
It's Lookout, right?
yeah, that's my name.
Okay.
You're Branch and Never, right?
Yes.
Perfect. So so what can I do for you?
Well, we kind of wanted to get the scale of things, find a place that survivors can bunker down till we can find a way out of here.
I actually have one question first. How long has
Uh-huh.
it been since?
Since it happened?
Yeah.
Timer here says 39 hours, 40 minutes, and 20 seconds.
Whew, a day and a half.
You've been out for a bit, I assume.
How did
Otherwise,
you
we would
wake
have seen you
up?
beforehand.
Yeah.
How did
I
you
always
wake
would have
up?
seen you.
What's the lay of the land? What's
Did you see anybody else come out of the tower?
Not in the way that you're hoping.
Right. I don't know
okay?
if we should know then.
Well, I can tell you here, I've got a bit of a lay, and he pulls out a dark matter battery and attaches it to a device, clicks it into place, sets it in the center of the room, and it projects a little hollow map of the immediate area that looks like he's been adding to slowly. And he says, "All right, so as far as I can tell, this roughly describes the mouth of the beast, if you will. So I've been calling the throat the south and the snout the north as far as directions.
Makes sense.
Now I haven't gotten too far in any particular direction, but I have seen the what appears to be the two ends. So in the immediate area, you have some residential buildings. Some of them are intact. There's definitely people in them. We sent a group to kind of keep them in place for now because it looks like the creatures, well, as long as they have all of their doors and windows sealed, the creatures don't seem to get in or bother them at all. Beyond the immediate residential, unfortunately, most of the businesses nearby were flipped, pretty destroyed. The university was crushed underneath pieces of what I believe to be the third wing. There are still parts of it that are intact. Fortunately, they would have heard the evacuation sirens, so I doubt very much that there was many people on campus at the time. Interestingly enough, the history museum is mostly intact.
All right.
It looks like maybe one or two of the outer wings are collapsed, but the rest of the building seems to be sound. Then you've got some more residential districts, and then on this side, it's pretty much just all shorn off. Nothing from the south side of the axis remains. Fortunately, not a whole lot of people lived there or worked there. It was mostly automated. A lot of internal stuff for the machinery of the station, the hinges for wings and stuff. Unfortunately, that also included a large bevy of escape pods, which are now parts. And of course, further down that way, you get towards. Well, I'm calling it the dental forest. Name pending, though. We can workshop this. But
Are you gonna
essentially,
write a paper on this if we get out of here?
I mean, I might.
Dental forest.
I feel like it would have a lot of value in a lot of different communities.
All right. I mean, if I make it out, damn straight, I'm gonna make it big off of this, 100%.
Pretty much anyone who survives this could, I think.
Right.
You said that north was the snout and south was the throat, so we're
South
like
is
in
the
the
throat,
mouth
yeah.
here.
So we're back near the throat. Yeah.
Right. North would be the dental forest, so the teeth.
No. The dental forest is in the south and the north.
Are there
and
like
the
teeth in
west.
the
It's just-
throat?
It's everything underfoot.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of the. So as far as I can tell, the way that the station is kind of jetted in is that it is now part of the dental like floor of the mouth, because Starwyrms apparently don't have a tongue. So
basically all the other detritus this thing has ever swallowed.
We're just sitting on the bottom of the mouth.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Okay.
So when I say the dental forest, I mean that it's millions of jagged teeth of varying heights up to the size of giant trees and everything that lives in there.
Okay.
And that's mostly the critters we're running into too. I figure, their homes are here. Our city has landed on their homes. They're coming up from where they live. It's kind of inevitable.
Like a swarm
Feel
of
bad
ants.
for them, but here we are.
All right.
Okay.
Now, the other thing I can tell you from here is, aside from the Axis, wings 3 and 4 were both swallowed. Fortunately, wing 4 was swallowed almost entirely whole.
Okay.
Wing 3, not so lucky, about clipped in half. So wing 3 is over in this area here. Wing 4 is this area here. It's the largest area that our current cityscape takes up.
Is it more north or south?
It's north. They're both north of here.
Okay.
So they're further away from the throat. They are right next to each other. So you could say northeast is wing 3, northwest is wing 4. Wing 4 seems to have a lot of buildings intact still. The place, fortunately, was really densely packed. So I don't know how stable it is, but the buildings have a lot to lean on.
And it's mostly upright?
Mostly upright, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I got for you.
Remind me what's in Wing 3.
That's the farming district.
Farming.
And
so it was a lot of farmland. You knew that beneath Wing 3 was also the ruins where Narog, the Shadow Dragon, lived.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was Wing 4 the sweeps, Ben?
Yes, that's the sweeps.
Sweeps and docks? Or is the docks
No,
separate?
the docks was Wing 5. That one
I got
did
Wing
not get
5
swallowed.
separated because
right. Yes,
I think that was the first one I sent out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys managed to save 3 of the 5 wings.
Which is great.
Yep.
All right, Twig. What do you think? Where do we start? Sweeping the immediate area, trying to find some sort of...
I think we need to talk to the crew here first.
I mean, order of operations. Shelter, safety first. That has to come first, right? That's what even inside a Starworm, I imagine that probably holds true. So rule of threes.
with the things out
3
there.
hours without shelter, 3 days without water. Meh, I don't care about water. 3 weeks without food. 3
Mhm.
minutes without air. Forgot that one.
That's fair. Yeah.
But the rule of 3, that's a real rule, by the
Yeah.
way. IRL. But
Just
so
in case you're ever swallowed by a Starworm, listeners.
Twig,
just in
Twig
case
is
you're
just
ever
kind of
in the
staring.
forest.
Yeah, Twig's just kind of staring at the sweeps on the map, and she goes, "Well, I want to search the area to see if we can find."
I know. And we will. We'll find them, all right? But we got to help the people here, right?
Yeah.
And
Well, I can tell you that we did have some civilians here. Most of them decided to go search for their
loved
homes
ones.
and
Right.
loved ones. Yeah.
All right. Well, if the residential areas are relatively safe and you've dispatched people to tell people that, then that might
Look
be
out.
okay.
Do you know if we can set up a local like intra HoloNet
Yeah. Do you
that
have anyone on that?
host to
So
host?
that's the first problem, honestly. We sent a couple of people to scout out the network hosting building here on the Axis that used to manage the network for the station, and it's offline, right?
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it seems to have landed on some kind of nest, and it
Oh.
is very unhappy. We haven't really been able to get inside, and our equipment for setting up the network, the localized network around specifically the government building, was in the tower you guys came from.
All
Right.
right. Can
Okay.
you mark on the map where the network equipment is?
Yeah, of course. So here's the network building. You can see it's 3 blocks from the museum.
Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. All right. For the purposes of right now, while we don't have the network, we're gonna use a very simple signal flare system. All right. Uh, if you have something you can light on fire, we're gonna do it via fire. That is obviously potentially a problem because we were on a space station, and there's not a lot you can light on fire on a
You
space
guys
station.
you guys know flash code?
Yes.
I do.
So pulls out and hands you guys both a flash marker. So this is a type of device you can hold in your hand, and as you click it, it fires off tiny little mini flares that are not actual fire, but little magic like lights, and they flash in the length of time that you press the button.
All
Okay.
right, so that's a
Mm.
lot easier than what I was about to propose. So that's good. So here's what
Yeah,
I'm thinking.
my
Twig,
invention, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Not
Well,
I
look
that.
out. I'm glad
gotta
you're
say
still with
it's
us.
really ingenious to make it just like a really simplified version of bioluminescent sign. Just very intuitive.
I mean, it does require that you know bioluminescent sign, I guess, but
Nah, you could
let's
start
just
with just the
say
flash
my
code.
boss never wanted to make it used by the greater population here, but where is he now? Inside a portal or something.
Yeah.
All right, okay. So here's what I'm going to propose, and Twig, you tell me if at any point this doesn't sound right. We could say this in front of everybody, probably, right?
Look out. Do you want to calm down into the? I mean, I want to go talk to everybody. I
Yeah,
want to go talk to
there's like
everybody,
10
and I don't
people
want to
here.
leave you out.
Gotcha. You know, I will admit that I don't feel the safest outside of this place that I built.
Okay,
I would
you
like you to
stay.
calm in. I'm not going to ask you to leave this room.
Perfect. I will calm in.
Okay.
Great. We snap cut to the being with the group because I'm just
Yep.
going to continue my
Went to
conversation where
downstairs.
I was at.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so Twig, you tell me if you have any issues with this, but what I am going to propose at the moment is that you and I make up one team that's doing a sweep, right? And you know, for however many of you security guards stick around to to secure this area in particular, since Lookout's doing important work right now, and the other of you become a second team. We're going to do a sweep. We'll each take, a portion of the map. We will flash to let Lookout know when we find survivors and where they're at and how many.
Okay.
We'll flash to let them know if we find provisions, materials, anything we could use to help with the network, anything we could use to maintain a spaceship, build a spaceship, etc. Weapons, caches, things like that.
Wislow says, should we? So this isn't a great place to hold up for a large amount of people. Are we looking for a place like that?
I think we will be, but for this initial sweep, that's one of the signals we should also include, right? If we find a better place to hunker down, because then we can talk about coordinating, movement efforts. And I mean, let's see: shelter, provisions, weapons, power sources, comms
What are the
stuff.
rations like for both
Station.
water and food right now?
Probably not great.
I mean, we have our dried rations. The boss was a little bit of a prepper at heart. So we actually have surplus if it's just 12 of us, including you two.
I don't eat.
I mean, we
or
don't
need water.
really eat the way that you're thinking.
I mean, I'm aware of that. I'm a government security agent.
Obviously. Look, I'm
I'm
one of
just saying,
I'm one of
like-
like 3 Easonites on the ship. I'm pretty sure.
I mean,
that-
that's fair. That's fair. We don't have any Easonite specific provisions. We
But we've
do,
got limited
however,
power.
have some charging provisions for proxies.
Okay.
All right. So provisions is one of the things we'll be looking for, obviously. We will at some point need to tackle probably the nest, recovering the network building stuff.
Probably help, yeah.
But I think we should wait till we've got more of a head count and more people who are equipped to fight the monsters, confident in that kind of thing, some sort of stronghold. See who we would really love to find are 2 friends. So we'd be looking for them and other persons of note.
Twig leans forward and she says, "Is everyone here agreeable with this? Because I know we just walked in and started volunteering you for dangerous things."
I mean, look, Miss Twig, we signed up to do dangerous things when we signed up for our job, and keeping the people on the station safe is part of that job. So,
okay.
All right. Well, Twig, do you want to head for? I don't know. Do you want to go to the sweeps first? Do you want to try the head towards the history museum?
We have to at least. I think we have to get a lay of the land for the axis itself.
All right.
I don't think we can make it directly to the sweeps from here without knowing a little bit more about those creatures and what their capabilities are and what else is in here.
And I think that
when you said, oh, sorry.
No, I think that if anyone's gonna try to talk to our friend in Wing 3, it needs to be us.
Yeah. Oswin, you said that there were also some of those creatures from the fight that were left over?
Wislow.
You mean Wislow?
It's Wislow.
Yeah, sorry.
You're good.
Names.
Say that again, Getty.
You said that there were some of the creatures left from the portal fight too?
Yeah, not too many around here. When we went a little further afield, we saw another group of them hunting the ruins. Killed a couple, but the rest kind of scurried off.
Sure.
I will say, I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Does anyone here have any casting special like skills that might come in handy for this?
Yeah, I mean, Lookout does that weird magic science stuff with the core. And then we also got name.
name.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did chat
It's in
create
the
a
chat.
name?
Chat has a couple names for you.
So, and then we got Erikith over here who has a little bit of spell casting. They raise a hand.
Twig nods to them. Okay.
Well, we'll let you figure out who's staying here to secure it and who's going to be the other team. But I think that one of the teams goes north and one of them goes south and kind of sweeps the axis and then comes back here, and then we can push out further next time, especially if we've got a better place to hole up.
Look out. We're going to use the flash. What'd you call them? Flash pods?
Yeah.
Flash markers. We're going to use the flash markers to communicate if we see anything, so we can set up a series of signals.
Yeah, if you
One
can just
person
make
from each
notes.
group should be keeping an eye out on it, or back on. Try and keep a direct line of sight to the tower and look out. Can you rig something to signal out to, like return? We need help, or that kind of stuff.
I mean, I can send up light signals for anybody to read
Okay.
Great.
as well.
Good.
Perfect.
Okay. Or yeah, great. Then let's work that out, and then we can choose who's going out, and we can start.
Let's pick a direction, Twig. You want north or south?
I want.
So remember, south, there's nothing really except for the dermal forest.
The dental forest?
The dental forest, yeah, sorry.
All right. Do you want east or west?
I want to. Do you think Oswin would be at the university?
Oswin was on a ship off the station outside the Starworm and probably did not get swallowed. The university got destroyed, so we can check out the ruins of that if you want, but
I don't know what would be helpful for us there.
let's head toward the museum, all right? It's a good point to start. It'll get us a better opportunity to scope this nest that they said they saw. We'll see what we encounter on the way, all right?
Okay.
So that's what we're doing. The other group can sweep the other direction. I just didn't want our paths to overlap. That's really all. Ben.
Yep, that's fair. The other group will sounds like we'll be going through the residential district. Do you want us to update the people there in any meaningful way?
And if you find something that's safe to hold up in, give it a shout.
Update the people. Take stock of provisions, weapons, power sources, head count, all that jazz. And if you find a place that's a stronghold, like Twig said, maybe start getting everyone into it.
My hope is that if the museum's still standing,
that
it can be
it
as a base. Yeah. So we'll make our way there and see if
we can figure things out. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
Twig stands up and she looks around there and says, "Oh, thank you for what you're doing. This is not what anyone asked you to do, despite you signing up for this. But I'm glad that we have here we can trust."
Well, like I said, it's kind of nice having people that we know have dealt with some crazy shit.
We just do what the station needs. That's who we are.
It's the custodian way, right?
That's the custodian way. I could deputize you all if we actually had deputies as a thing, or I could just say it out loud if it'll make us feel better. And she kind of like laughs.
You heard it now, boys. We're all custodians.
The custodian deputies. Well, don't do anything too stupid.
You got it.
Let's go, Ever.
All right.
All right. So you guys will head out, and we're about to head to intermission here and character swap. But I will leave you with this. As you guys leave the ruins of the government building and head to the east towards the museum and past some other ruins, you see in the distance you see in the distance a shadow outlined atop a nearby structure watching you.
Can we tell what it is?
It's a person. You can tell that much.
It's Batman.
But what it is, you'll have to wait until next time. Or
All
who
right.
it is, rather.
It's extremely rude.
It is Batman, actually.
Yay, we're back. Batman's
right.
here. The interior of the Starworm is just Gotham City.
Welcome to Gotham City.
Gotham.
Oh boy.
God,
All right. This
bats.
has been fantastic. When we come back from intermission, which will be about 15 minutes, you guys will be joined by Steve and Aaron. And Ben. Ben's lovely face isn't going anywhere.
I'll
Good.
still be here.
But Getty and I will see you again in 2 weeks. So
Really excited to be back.
we'll
Thank
hang
you,
out
everybody.
in the chat, you know?
Yes,
hang
we
out
will
in
be
the
in the
chat.
chat. I will be shitposting about Aaron's inevitable antics.
Perfect. But
Inevitable.
we will be back in about 15 minutes, all right?
Do we want to make a call real quick and see how many Predator references Steve is going to make? I'm going to say 5.
Specifically from Predator?
I don't know. Alien or Predator?
The Predator franchise.
Predator franchise.
I'm going
We
to say
consider
3. I'm going to say
do we-
3.
3.
Is Alien and the
Seems
Predator
low.
part of the same franchise at
Yes.
this point?
No, Alien and Aliens are separate, but Alien versus Predator is part of the Predator franchise and part of the Alien franchise. Anyway, we're going to go to intermission. We'll see you all there.
Bye.
Hey you, on the couch. Are you looking for sweet video game playthroughs and content? Well, you're in luck because it's coming soon to VHS cassette. Wow. When's the last time you watched something totally awesome? Hold on to your gaming chair. Contains bonus scenes and features. Explosions, prizes, gold, victories, not victories. Funky videos are all that in a bag of chips. Booyah! Sweet! Just connect to the World Wide Web and a world of totally awesome video game content is at your fingertips. Wow! Now available on Home Funky Video.
Hello, and welcome back to Spaceships and Starwyrms, the stream, Season 3, Episode 1. As you can see, the people that I am with have changed. Trust me, it's not a magical girl transformation. It's just two other people. But why don't you guys introduce yourselves?
All right, sounds good. What's up, everybody? I can't find the button for my name. There it is. What's up, everybody? I'm Aaron, aka Nanoboozed for my online handles. I play the role of Arrow, who is our bard of the party. College of the Diva, which is an SNS specific archetype. I said that right. Archetype for the bard. Okay, cool. Archetype for the bard. And yeah, I'm excited to be back. I want to give a special shout out to Campa Creations, which are my friends that made this beautiful carved box with my home motto on it: crit or jail, because you either crit or you go to jail. And yeah, it's good to be back. Very good to be back. Yeah, that's who I am.
Hi, I'm Steve. Average Calamities on the social medias and on Twitch as well. I play Scarrick, the Bravash rogue boticist. Now,
Rogue bot. That's
Right.
right.
rogue
Picked up a rogue
boticist.
level, so you're a rogue boticist.
I'm a rogue boticist, and his big robot friend Mars. I'd like to point out just how crazy that zoom transit or that focus transition was on Aaron's camera his webcam, just like when he held that dice vault up, it would just
Oh yeah.
went right for it. And my camera ain't gonna do that. That's crazy.
That's some nice stuff right there.
I forgot to prepare shout outs, so that's all I got. Just
Oh, it's
throw
all
it.
good. So as you know, I just saw the front half. I redid all the graphics. For those of you watching at home, I don't know what I did, but I broke the chat box.
Uh-oh.
So the chat's not showing up anymore. Oh wait, yeah, it is. It just reset. And now the only thing it says is boo. Thank you,
Perfect
Sloth Shakes.
timing.
First time in
Perfect
chat.
timing.
Thanks so much. Matt, shout out to you.
That's
Thanks for
my buddy
proving it
Sam.
works.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us. It's gonna be a be a train wreck.
It's
Something like that.
It's gonna be something. Oh yeah, and a special shout out and thank you to Kevin from HP Support for the follow. Really appreciate it. Same with Ray Cup. He gave us a follow. Like those like 2 hours ago. But thank you so much. We appreciate you. And about
Yeah,
an hour.
apologies for not doing the shout outs from the chat. I don't usually look at it while I GM because it distracts the hell out of me. So
It's all good. And Craven Raven US, thanks so much for the follow. Glad to have you all here for this absolute dumpster fire. So anyway, so what's up? What's going on?
all right, you guys ready?
We're dead,
You
right?
guys-
Yeah, let's
you
do
ready?
it.
All right. So, as you may remember, the last thing you remember was the screaming, tearing of metal explosions and the expanse of space as you're swallowed by a starworm at speedy impact.
Oh yeah, and
That's the last thing you remember.
thanks,
Talk
Sloth
about
Shakes, for the
close
follow.
encounters.
What was that, Steve?
Talk about close encounters.
Right. So we open up in Arrow's apartment. Arrow, you're laying on your bed. You're mostly naked.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ji-Hyun rolls over next to you and like drapes an arm over you, and she kind of looks at you with a smile and gives you a kiss and says, that was nice. And then another person rolls over from your other side, and you see Ash Dollar, also mostly naked, and he winks and says, "Yeah, not too bad." And then he licks your face, like from your chin all the way up to your forehead.
Is
And you blink-
Arrow offset by this at all?
Yeah, I mean, you're blinking. You're like, what is going on? And then another person crawls up your front, and you see the partially see-through ghost of the dead Luantua princess that you saw below the halls of the city, and she says, "Arrow, I can see you." And then her head turns into that of a space beaver, a speaver, if you will.
Oh God!
And then also licks your face,
No!
and you wake up. You wake up.
The
and
stream
you
was going
realize that-
so well, and then it went so bad so quickly.
And as you wake up, you realize something is licking your face.
Oh God!
And as you look up, you see the familiar face of a friendly Stardrake, vaguely familiar to you, licking your face.
Oh, the Stardrake! I forgot if I gave him a name. I don't think I did.
You did not name him. You did have your How to Train Your Dragon moment with him, though.
Yes. The Drake is back, though. Just like, what?
Licking your face.
Hey, hello. Okay, hello. Like, grabs its face.
Yep.
It's like,
it looks at you.
I look at it.
Like your dog looks at you in real life. Like, is this not what you want from me?
Arrow gives a rub on the snoot. And it's like, well, you're not Ash, but that's okay.
You don't feel so great. You're pretty sore. You've got bandages on you. You are mostly naked.
Oh, okay.
You're in
So that's
you're on like a
there's a
sleeping
single
bag.
piece. No, Ben, hold on, stop. There's a single piece of information I need to know. Within the few articles of clothing that I still have, are my tearaway
Mhm.
pants of pants still on me?
They are not, no.
I'm completely naked, at least spiritually.
Spiritually naked. um,
My notebook
and,
is still on the desk. Check it. Okay, Audrey says I named the Star Drake, and I need to check the notes.
okay, all right. We'll get the Star Drake's name because I must not have written it down.
I mean, I should have. I don't know. Hold on. Anyway, so I get up. I'm mostly naked. Am I still in my apartment bed?
No, you were not. You're laying on like a sleeping bag, next to what remains of like a fire, that seems to have been burning like a bunch of, um, well, a mixture of materials. It's kind of hard to tell. It's mostly burned down to cinders at this point. Um, Across from you, you see Scarrick, next to Mars. Mars looks pretty beat up, and Scarrick also does, similar to yourself, kind of bandaged, um, and also appears to be unconscious currently. Um, yes, thank you, Scarrick, for your rendition of unconsciousness. And
Get into that method acting.
yeah, and as you kind of glance over, your Star Drake also looks over and then looks back at you.
Sorry, I was
And then
looking.
looks
I was trying
over.
to look up the name of the Drake.
You're fine.
We're in the same room, right? Like is the way you're
Yeah, you
describing
guys,
this.
you're
Yeah,
not even
okay.
in a room. You're in like a cavernous pile of jagged rocks and torn metal
Gotcha.
in like a little hollowed out camp area.
Okay. I can't find the name of the Star Drake, so guess what? It's up to chat. Chat, what's the Star Drake's name?
Oh no.
Oh yeah, we're going there.
Oh, no.
Okay. And I look at him. So Arrow kind of sits up, like, oh.
The Drake takes a couple of steps back.
Blackjack. Blackjack. Okay, guess what? The Star Drake's name is Blackjack. I'm writing that down.
So Blackjack takes a couple of steps back. And then you hear, and Scarrick, you wake up to this, the sound of gunfire.
Oh shit! So I get up and I immediately get back down.
Yeah. You immediately just lie back down. But Blackjack kind of looks up and sniffs the air, and then its wings, and it takes off.
Wait, no, don't do that.
And it flies away.
Easy come, easy go. And Arrow's gonna crawl over to where Scarrick is.
So Scarrick, you woke up to the gunfire.
Yeah, everything hurts. Where? What? Arrow?
You all right there, buddy? As he like crawls over, like covered in dirt and debris and bandages. You'd have no idea where all of his clothes are. He's naked except for his shoes, apparently.
So is Scarrick.
Okay.
You have whatever
I'm
whatever passes for underclothes you have on, but if you were going commando underneath your tearaway pants of pants, you are wearing nothing.
No, he was wearing underwear at very least. So it sounds like Arrow's in his underwear and shoes.
Yeah, I'm not full Godzilla right now.
That's what the
fair.
Bravash call it.
Full Godzilla.
It's not commando. It's full Godzilla.
Just you're in a half Zilla state right now.
Who bandaged? Did you do this?
Did Arrow do this?
Fuck if you remember.
Fuck if I remember. I thought. Here's the real question: are they done well?
Yeah, they are.
No, I absolutely did not do this. If you didn't do this,
well,
do you have my pants?
Twig
Where are my pants?
Where Twig and Ever?
Twig? Eva?
I just love those responses to just shout their names.
What?
Well, maybe they brought us back here. Brought us in here.
Oh man.
I mean, I've seen
Maybe.
Ever or Twig could do this with bandages for sure.
That's fair.
The gunfire continues.
Okay, well, oh god, we should really see what that is.
Okay.
And then it stops.
Ooh.
How close do you think, or how can I do like a perception check to kind of guesstimate how close it would be?
It's pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty close. Like happening on your street in your neighborhood close.
Oh shit. Okay, so.
Okay, I'm familiar.
I don't know why that was the description I went with.
It was. Here we
Got
are.
the point across. But the gunfire stops, and then you hear footsteps coming towards you from among the stony spires around you.
Did it sound like ballistic or
Ballistic.
energy based? Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. Well,
Hold on. I don't have any pants on. I don't have any pants on. Hold still.
I'm gonna
You hear
try
you
to
hear a
open
clink,
Mars.
clink, clink, like from spurred cowboy boots.
Pretend like you're
Wait.
asleep.
Are they familiar spurred cowboy boots?
And then coming around the corner of one of the stone pillars, holding an automatic rifle, is Ash Voller, and it says, "Oh, good, you're finally fucking awake."
So Arrow stands up, like excited, in just his shoes and underwear, apparently, and is about to say something excited, and then stops for a moment, then closes his mouth and rubs his face real quick.
Where Twig and Ever?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Did you do this? What
Yeah,
happened?
You're well, I don't know how to tell you this, but you were swallowed by a starworm.
It appears you were too.
Yeah.
Where are our clothes?
Poor Molotov. Rest her soul. Oh, your clothes are right over here. And he points, and there's a pile of folded clothes.
I need to
That is
know
yours.
where is Arrow? So you said Arrow's got some bandages. Were his legs injured at all in any way, shape, or form?
Yeah.
Okay.
You were pretty fucked up.
Okay. Or it's I'm imagining he's got a broken arm or something, but his legs are completely fine. Yet Ash still found a reason to take his pants.
Oh God! I mean, Ash. I don't know, but also.
I'm gonna go pick up my suit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
inspect it for damage.
Arrow's just gonna put his pants on.
It looks pretty damaged.
Okay.
It's still certainly it's serviceable still, but.
I'm just gonna get right. I'm just gonna get right on maintenance with my little nanobots.
Okay. You get started with that, and Ash says, "Yeah, I've been. Well, I was exploring everything, trying to find my way out when I saw the entire city, the entire station come in. But as for you two." I'll admit, I thought I was coming to raid something that had fallen off from the space station. Just to happen that you guys were inside it. Your little friend that keeps showing up was there. I'm pretty sure maybe it kept you from falling to your death.
Oh.
Points to Arrow when he says little friend.
Jack Black.
Jack Black. What does Tenacious D have to do about this?
What? No, what? No. Blackjack.
Oh, Blackjack. I don't know who that is either.
What? No, it's the Star Drake, the little Star Drake that's been.
Oh, your friend. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it had found you before I did. I'm pretty sure if it hadn't have found you, you'd have been eaten.
He remembered me. Remember me. Anyway, please don't flag me for that, Disney. Well,
If we get muted, we know whose fault it is.
yeah, it's always the bard's fault. Let's be honest here. That's fine. Well, that's nice and all. I mean, I would love to ask Blackjack's help to find the others, but he kind of just, I think the technical term is fucked off. So
I mean, he's pretty skittish about me and gunfire, so
yeah, that makes sense.
So that was all you out there?
well, not all me, but yeah.
Well, who
You were
else?
fighting someone else with guns?
Well, not this time. This time I was just scaring off some predators. But
We're on a city block. What kind of predators? Well, I guess
Oh.
the remains of a city
We're-
block.
I don't know if you've really looked around, but these pillars, these pieces here, taps one of the like large stone-looking pieces that looks like it could be part of a building. It says, "This ain't building. These are starworm teeth."
Let's see here. What's my? Oh, I do have an intelligence score. Okay, so I guess I maybe did look around. Oh.
Yeah, you guys were thrown pretty far afield of the actual station ruins.
Wait, hold on. We were at the I forgot the name of the building that we were at. Oh, this is the
The
5 building.
Axis Security Tower.
Yes, the Axis Security Tower. Thank you.
Yeah.
We were at the Axis. Where are we at compared to that now?
Fuck if I know. We're pretty deep in the throat.
Excuse me, what?
We're pretty deep in the throat.
Oh, of the Starworm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. This is the content that people come to our stream for. Well,
We're about a click south of the uvula.
Oh man.
clear sky. There's going to be a full uvula tonight. Okay. Well. Oh shit. Wait a second. Hey, Scarrick, where's Mars?
He's right here.
It's right there.
Look over.
You look
Yeah,
over.
he's-
He's leaning against one of the pillars. Pretty
yeah, I
damaged.
know, buddy.
Oh,
I
man.
know.
Because if you recall, during that fight, he took a ton of damage.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
he did.
right.
I blew almost every charge repairing
Yep.
him over and over again.
Oh shit, buddy. Man, we're not looking too great ourselves, honestly.
Yeah, you guys are currently, by the way, at half health.
Well, I'm not much with a med kit, but here, let me give something a shot. And as he like starts to like put his clothes back on, Arrow puts his clothes back on, and
Ash watches.
of course he does. Arrow's like pulling up his pants, wink, does a quick wink. Doesn't know where the confidence for that came from. I guess traumatic events. So
It's trauma.
it's trauma. It's all trauma and adrenaline. So Arrow like checks his pockets, realizes that he doesn't have like the pocket that he always puts his drone in is empty because if you recall,
The drone is destroyed. The
I almost-
camera drone.
I almost
is
called him
gone.
Albedo. God, what was his name? Sorry.
Arbello.
Arbello.
I-
Thank you.
I don't know why I did that
Alberto.
to all of us.
So
It was a
mean.
terrible mistake.
Portobello. You just gotta remember.
Portobello. That's right. Arbello. Destroyed it. So Arrow puts on his gear and luckily finds his gloves because he has like one shock gauntlet and one gauntlet of rays, I think. Yes. And his watch, his lifeline watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, ooh,
You
Let me-
used it during the fight.
he did
so
use it during the fight, so that's
it
kind of
has
out of
no end to
commission.
zero it now, yeah.
Let's how are you feeling, Ash? You feeling okay?
Me? Yeah, I've been here for days. It swallowed my ship inside of a wormhole, if you can believe it.
Wait, hold on. Yeah.
So you saw everything come in?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in here when it swallowed the station. That was more than a day ago. You guys have been out for a while.
Oh. Well, that
Hmm.
sucks. That's really hard to.
It
It's
ain't
hard.
great.
Yeah, it's hard to process. I think I'm just going to compartmentalize that for later. Yeah. So, here, let me see if this helps. And so, Arrow charges up a little bit of magic and casts. Here, I remember I watched a space tube video on this once and cast mass cure wounds. So everybody, I don't know if this helps Mars though.
It does
Yeah,
not
well,
affect
Because
Mars.
Mars is
But
a
I can.
robot.
I'll take care of Mars.
All right, so let's see here. You get 3d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So let me roll that for us real quick. It ain't nothing, I tell you that much.
It ain't nothing.
Sheesh! Rolled a 6, 7, and 8.
That's pretty good.
Love it.
It's got to be what, like 28 or something?
21 plus my modifier, which is 5. So yeah, 26. You heal 26 points.
Well, that almost got me back to full.
That D6 hit die.
I got
Well,
one
no-
D8.
96 and 1d8.
So I guess if Ash has any kind of wounds whatsoever, Ash feels great.
Yeah, that's fair. You top Ash off.
Ugh.
And then as you're casting that, you feel the ground like rumble. And roll a percentage die.
A percentage die?
Yeah,
Both of
roll
us?
me a percent. No, just Aaron
Oh,
right now.
I don't like that. Okay. Let's see here. I rolled a 74.
Okay. With a 74, you see as you cast your magic, the very air around you crackles and sparks with additional like purple and blue energies that like zip into the teeth and go like between them for a ways and then vanish.
Oh.
What
And
the
he
hell
says,
was that?
"Oh
I
yeah,
didn't mean to do that.
you might want to be careful about your magic in here, bud. There's a lot of ambient dark matter in this place.
Yeah, that
I'm not saying don't do it. You got to do what you got to do. I'm just saying."
Nope, I totally hear you. If I don't want to let out too much at once, or it's going to be a GG for all of us, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then at the sound of that, there is a little like alert that comes from the chest piece that Ash has. It's like a weep 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 weep. Looks like we have more visitors. Hoists the gun again. And says, "If you're feeling up to it,
Did you find our weapons?
yeah, they're around. Your stuff that was on you when you
Mhm.
landed was all in the one pile. So like with your clothes and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go grab my gun.
Yep. So you follow Ash.
I can grab my gun, and no one's here to tell me that I can't use it.
In
Fire
fact,
away, buddy.
Ash will tell you absolutely you need to have a gun.
Yeah.
The training wheels are off.
The training wheels are off, boys.
Oh yeah. Twinkle, come find us now.
And you guys follow Ash through a couple of the teeth to a little like ledge where it looks like he's pulled down like some crates from what you would guess to be the Molotov, because now you can see that now that you're here, you can see the Molotov is like speared onto a couple of the teeth and like gnarled around them in wreckage. And he takes like cover at the edge of it and peeks over and motions for you to join him. And as you take cover and look over the other side, you see like a no man's land ish type area that's been cleared out a little bit.
I've been called out in chat.
And
I turned on sticky keys, and I don't know how I did it, and it's
Oh,
beeping a lot.
no.
I'm so sorry.
oh no.
I was like, "Oh God, that's desktop audio, isn't it? They can probably hear that, can't they?"
I think I heard that activate during the last half of the session.
Really? Okay, well then it's not my
Yeah.
fault. What do I have to hit shift 5 times, right? Is that how that works? Oh, yeah, that's how that works.
Ask
I
Kevin
don't
from
even know
HP
what
support.
I don't even know what sticky keys are.
So if you hit shift 5 times.
Yeah.
Oops.
I
Okay.
usually activate it on accident when
All
playing
right.
games.
Whoops. All right. So I need to disable that in my ease of access menu later. Sorry. Thanks for joining the SNS technical troubleshooting hour. So anyway, we're with Ash and we have guns.
Yep. So you look over out into the no man's land and you see the bodies of like some gnarly looking predator like creatures. I say predator like creatures. I mean like gigantic lizard like predators. Definitely all part of a meat eating food chain. But there's a couple of those dead on the ground. But you also notice there are some humanoid shapes on the ground as well. And as you look out, you see a person in like a spacesuit, like a vac suit, like lean around the corner with their weapon, like scanning the area. And Ash ducks back down again.
Are we supposed to be like not seen?
Yeah, you don't want to be seen by those guys.
Who are those
Who are
guys?
Vyrix.
What?
Yeah, I know, right?
When
When
you
I
s-
got in here the first time, they found my wrecked ship. Thought it'd be easy pickings, I guess. I don't know why the hell they're even in here or how they got in here, but they show up from time to time. Maybe if I was a human instead of a Hanadarian, they wouldn't care so much.
Hmm. Wait a second.
What?
When you say Vyrix, you mean like you've seen more than just one? Like there's more?
I mean, I've shot about 20 or so of them,
My
and there's
God.
more. So, I mean, this is
Ah.
over the course of the last week, you know?
Fair.
Do they just do patrols?
Wait, the Starworm thing has only been the last day and a half, right?
The Starworm ate the space station a day and a half ago.
It's been in the last week. Well, I guess it has been a pretty active week, all things considered. Huh. Okay, well then what's the plan? Do we try to ambush him?
Well,
Have
they're
you
not going to
followed
go
'em?
away until they can check over the wreckage.
Wait, hold on.
So,
Does your ship? You know, I know it's kind of and Eric chooses his words very carefully. Not in the best shape at the moment.
she's dead, Jim. She's dead.
Yeah, okay. Well, I was trying to be sensitive about it, but do you think you still have a comm panel in there that we can get working?
I've been working on it. But I'm not exactly a mechanical genius or nothing. So I was going to have Scarrick take a look whenever he woke up.
I can do that.
All right. Well, if they're gonna pick over your ship, then we should probably, well, I don't know, intervene before there's like nothing to save.
He glances back over. You see that there appears to be three Vyrix soldiers, or Vyrix in armored vac suits. Sorry, I
think I
had
just
to
saw
read
the
a
same.
message.
I just saw the same message.
You want to read that aloud for our viewers,
Yes.
Aaron?
So it looks like
This
this
is
is a
sent to us by
screenshot
Getty.
said by Getty. Tactical Survivor Horror Squad Resource Simulator versus Boys Night Out. Basically.
He says, "All right, there's 3 of them. I'll take the one in the middle. Arrow,
I'll take the one on the left.
Scarrick, you got the one on the right.
I'm fine with leftovers.
No, I got the one on the
Damn
left.
straight. That's how
Sure.
many.
Never
Oh,
mind. Sorry, I just
Yeah, you
The
got the
one
one on the
that you
left. Arrow.
just
What?
whispering. We're trying. Never mind. Okay, wow. Shots fired.
Just get
Sure.
All right, ready? On the count of 3. 1.
Let's
2.
go. This Leroy. So
Roll initiative.
me do it.
yes. So I don't know what I rolled, but I do have a reason for doing that.
I mean, it's initiative first.
Oh,
Well, yeah.
I
I'm
want
glad
to see
I'm
the
glad
order
I'm
of the
going
surprise
into this.
round.
I'm glad I'm going into this fight with the combat efficiency of a level 1 rogue.
Better than nothing, I guess.
Yep. Time to get weird.
Oh yeah. I know kung fu.
I
got
can do magic missile.
All right, Aaron.
I got a
Fletcher.
13.
Not Fletcher.
I'll just
Fuck.
spit in
Arrow.
everyone's face.
Arrow. It's all good.
So you got a 16? Is that what you said?
No, a 13. Not that well.
13.
I wish.
Okay.
Unless you want to put me down for a 16, I'll take it.
All right. And Garrick.
I got a 10.
All right. Arrow. So you initiated the surprise round, so go for it.
Okay, hell yeah. So I'm gonna start by, and so Arrow like leaps past this tooth, just screaming like Leroy, and like slides down this, I guess, hill. I'm imagining there's a hill, and doing so is either very brave or very stupid. But either way, he's going to use Bardic Inspiration, Inspiring Concerto. So both Scarrick and Ash have a D6, a 1d6.
Fair enough.
So go ahead and mark that class resource down.
I think my favorite thing about this is that you had perfectly serviceable cover, but you still ran out from it.
Well, listen, there in the past, somebody in this party was not allowed to use a gun, so therefore does not fight with the tactics of using a gun.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, shot gauntlets charged up, ready to go.
Arrow's the tank now.
Bard tank, and is going to charge down this hill.
All right. The bank has arrived.
I don't know how far away we are from them, though.
So they're across like a little no man's land. So you're about 40 feet from them.
Perfect. I have a move speed of 30, so it sounds like I'm charging out in the open and ending my turn.
You're not gonna shoot your gun?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I'll shoot the gun.
Dude, you have a gun!
I
Just gonna run out screaming at him.
Yeah, well now I'm only 10 feet away from him. I've got a gun! What do you have? A gun! No! That's the exact energy here. Okay, yeah, I'll go ahead
And
and
I just
far
stay
away in
hidden
the
and let
city,
you talk your way out of this.
Some way far away in the city, Twig has like this like twinge of anxiety.
Yeah, right. This is the moment that Twig wakes up from like her dream state. Like, I feel like someone's making a really bad decision somewhere. Yeah. So, shit. That's a 20 to hit though.
You hit.
Sweet. All right. Well, take a shot with a plasma pistol. Oh, damn! For 10 points of damage, I rolled max.
All right. So you fire, and this guy's plasma energy barrier absorbs it, but seems to go offline. So it did enough damage to take down the barrier. And they train their gun directly at you.
Surprise Pikachu.jpg, and I end my turn.
Yep. Surprise
That's it.
Pikachu.jpg. All right. Ash is like, fucking idiot. Leans over the wall, and is going to gonna take aim at his target. It's a hit. That's a hit.
I'm not exactly known to min-max my builds or play them well. So
Look, we love you dearly.
that's why I take healing spells. It's fine. It
I
works
can
out.
make us some cover.
All right. So number one, their barrier's down. So Ash's first shot smashes the barrier of the second guy, and the second shot hits him right in the chest. But he's still up.
Nice shot.
Yeah, he didn't even need to use the Bardic Inspiration yet. All right, Scarrick.
Before Scarrick jumps over the wall as well, he goes, "Fuck it, let's focus fire. I'll make cover for Arrow." And he jumps over holding his gun, and as he like slides down this bank, he's gonna take the shot at the guy whose shield is already down, knowing full
Which
well
one?
that he's
The one
There's
that
two
Arrow shot.
So Arrow
Oh.
shot the shield down on one guy. Ash shot at another guy and brought his shield down and also hit him afterwards.
okay. I'm gonna try to cover Arrow.
Okay. So you're doing covering fire, or are you just attacking?
I'm attacking.
Okay.
Ooh, I don't think I have to use Bardic Inspiration on a 19.
19 hits.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, question. Surprise round. Do I get sneak attack on this guy, or did Arrow ruin it for me?
I'm gonna say you have it for this round.
Yes. Okay. Wow. How did I roll minimum?
Oh.
Rip.
3 points of damage. Oof.
He didn't see the shot coming, but the shot hit like the corner of the side of his arm.
Yeah. Still not a great shot. I'm just more sneaky now.
Things have not changed.
But I can get all the way up next to Arrow and use my bonus action for Call to Arms and drop Mars right in front of us.
So just Mars' lifeless body.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy. We need a shield.
That's fair.
Arrow's an idiot.
Yeah, that's fair. So because that was the surprise round, we go into the regular combat round. So Ash is up first. So Ash will fire some more, and he shouts, "Maybe try to stay behind cover this time." Gonna use your D6 to make sure he hits twice.
It helps.
14 damage and 7 damage, so 21. So the one guy in the middle staggers back, getting hit by a few more shots, and looks like he's on the brink of just tumbling over. Arrow, what are you doing?
So it sounds like Ash just yelled, stay behind cover. Now that I'm 10 feet away from this guy. And Arrow's like, "You got it!" And then moves out from behind Mars to run up against this this Phoenix guy.
Arrow, don't.
Arrow, yes. And so Arrow's going to run out, and as he gets he's only 10 feet to close between them, he's gonna get up there and not knowing what to do with his hands. He has the gun and is instead of shooting him, because you'd have disadvantage. How can you shoot somebody this close up? Arrow's going to pull his fist back with the butt of the gun, and I'm gonna read some rules here real quick. and he's going to charge a 5th level spell. The 5th level spell is Banishing Smite, which is described as succeeds if I hit them with a weapon. Now, technically, using the blunt end is using a weapon. So, I'd like to roll to melee attack them with the butt of the gun. And I'd like to use a point of lucky to do it.
All right, go for it.
Yes.
It's a strength attack, just so you know.
Just so chat can see. I want chat to see. What's that number?
Oh my god!
What's that number? What's that number, chat? What's that number? What's that number?
He never learns. This is why he never learns.
No consequences.
All right, you hit. So the butt of the gun is going to do a D3 plus your strength for damage. So that's 2 3-sided because you crit.
Okay, so 2 3-sideds real quick.
Mm-hmm.
1 and 2. So
3 plus your strength.
3 plus my strength, which I think is a -1. Yeah, it's a -1. So
okay, so 2.
So
all right, all right.
And then in addition to that, the Banishing Smite will do 5d10.
Yep, and that's also doubled. So 10 10-sided.
Oh my god. This is the best day of my life.
This is like it's like pistol whipping someone in Call of Duty. Like
this is pistol whipping into oblivion.
You hit them in the face and they just go flying like 50 feet.
15, 20. Oh my god.
This is pistol whipping in Halo. Sorry, not Call of Duty.
49 and then
Halo, where everything is superpower.
Okay, so that's actually pretty damn good. That's 56 force damage.
Okay, so you bring up the gun. It glows with a unworldly light. I need you to roll percentage, please.
Okay, I will roll percentage. 95. Wow.
Okay. As you draw the magic forward to do that, normally you draw that from yourself using a spell slot. But as you draw, it just comes from the air around you. You do not use your 5th level slot. And then with all the might of this dark matter energy, you slam into this guy's like face, I guess.
Yeah, just right in the face.
And there's a flash as it looks from everybody else's perspective that arrow just disintegrates this guy, like obliterates him into nothing, because it banishes him to another plane if it brings him down below a certain point.
Below 50, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, 0 is below 50, so so as Arrow one-shots this dude into oblivion, by pistol whipping him, from behind the barrier, you just hear a long, kind of impressed whistle.
Okay, so Arrow disintegrates a guy by hitting him with the butt of the gun. He just vanishes.
Yep.
And then
body is not there.
Not there, and there's 2 other guys, right? One that's been hit, one who hasn't been hit.
Correct, yeah.
Arrow looks at the one that hasn't been hit and is just like, who's next? And I'd like to roll intimidation.
Roll intimidation, I guess.
Yeah. Do I have advantage because I just disintegrated a guy?
Yeah, that seems fair.
Yeah.
Scarrick didn't see any of this. He was just behind Marv, and the whole time, and Arrow just like, as soon as he puts it down, Arrow goes running off, and he's like, no, wait! And then Arrow disappears around the corner, and
this huge flash of light.
What the hell is that?
I'm sorry, I keep pulling receipts and showing you these 20s. I don't deserve them, so I need everybody else to see them. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus.
It's gone.
So, That's a nat 20 on my intimidation check.
So the other two look at you like, what the hell? And they look like you don't know what they're gonna do. They are just staring at you now. You can't see through their opaque helmets, so
They stop moving though. Well, they're just looking at me. That's good. I'll take it.
okay. Scarrick, what you doing?
While they're distracted by Arrow, I'm gonna pop around the other side of Mars and shoot that one that's barely standing.
Yep, go for it.
Hi-yah! Okay, I will have to use the Bardic Inspiration on that one. Does a 14 hit?
It does not.
Damn it. Okay. I'm gonna use. Oh shit! I can't. I need. Hold on. I need to double check. It's been a while since I've roboted.
It has been a while.
Oh damn. I have to be in control to do that. I have no bonus action.
Okay.
So I will be staying behind cover. Sorry, Arrow.
It's a free action to taunt them.
Yeah, I mean your bonus action can
I
be
did
to take
shoot
cover.
at the guy.
So,
No, that's fair. You did shoot at him.
yeah. So Scarrick takes cover. The baddies are up, and so they both are just looking at you, Arrow, and one of them reaches up and starts talking in a foreign language into their helmet rapidly as they point their weapons at you and fire.
That's fair. It was worth a shot. They're scared though.
They are, I will say, they are intimidated, so they'll roll with disadvantage to hit you. But you're getting 4 attacks.
That's, you know what? I think I've earned these 4 attacks.
Yeah, what's your AC, bud?
12.
Oh
Okay,
my
first
god.
one's a hit. Second one is a miss.
There it is.
Third one's a hit.
Okay. Well,
Oh boy.
Fourth one's a hit.
a 75 is a C.
It was
So-
nice knowing you.
It's all right. It's a way to go out.
It's okay. I mean, Aaron has some hit points.
I do. I have many.
Some number of hit points. Ooh, I rolled pretty poorly, so that's good for you.
For me.
You take 31 points of damage altogether.
totally
across
fine.
The 3 hits.
I think the term is
Yeah.
visibly injured.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So they fire
Shot up.
and
It's like it shot up. Swiss cheese.
behind
Kiss
the
me.
cover,
Ow.
Ash goes. You hear, "Ooh."
Easy come, easy go.
This is why we do cover, kids. This is why there's cover rules. All right.
Some of us don't have rifles.
Yeah. They're only 40 feet away. I'm pretty sure a pistol shoots just fine.
Neither of us are good shots.
Speak for yourself.
Pistol whipping people does not mean you can shoot again. All right. Ash is up. So they're talking to their radios. Ash is gonna try and okay. So Ash takes down the middle one, but misses his second shot. The other one, by the way, has started to run back amongst the teeth. What are you doing, Arrow?
Excuse me. Let's see here.
You can also let him run away. Like you can let him go.
I could, but that's not fun. Let's see here.
Arrow's bloodthirst activated.
I have a question, and
Uh-huh.
I really don't mean to make a callback joke to the front half of this episode, but like, will you describe how wet it is here? I need to know.
All right, so you're in what will you're in the deep throat, so it's pretty wet right now.
Would you say that there's sitting water?
It's
more
than moist down here.
I don't know if there's sitting water. Like that's not really the case. But
Okay.
but if you're gonna try and use control water, I'll let you pull the moisture. I'll let you pull the moisture from amongst the teeth and the flesh that you're standing on.
That's horrifying, but you're a GM after my own heart. At 10th level, bards get to pull from any spell list they want. And as a default, I always pick Control Water because it is my favorite spell in all of 5e. So yeah, Arrow's gonna cast Control Water and specifically use. Oh gosh, I'm trying to remember if it's Flood. I don't know if that's the descriptor.
Roll a spellcasting check to grapple him because that's kind of what you're trying to do here.
That sounds good. I will go ahead and
wetness.
do that. Control wetness. That's awful.
Nice.
16 plus 5 is. Oh, hold on. No, that'd be about using my spell attack bonus, right?
Yes.
That'd be 25 then.
Okay. They got a 19. So yeah, so you grab them and pull them back into the clearing
with the wet.
Yep. So
okay.
the ground shakes and you see the grayish flesh secrete out this like opaque watery liquid, and it slides up and pulls from among the crevices of the teeth, and lashes around the guy's legs and drags him back into the open.
Perfect. Now Ash has a shot.
This is true.
And so does Scarrick, but you know.
Scarrick, you're up. Arrow, roll percentage.
Oh shit! I keep forgetting that's a thing that I have to worry about. If one of these, I swear, turns me into a potted plant, like if I get Wild Magic Surged here, Ben, I just rolled a 34.
Okay. So more liquid comes out of the gray flesh and also lashes around yourself. Roll athletics.
Oh, I don't like that. The wet isn't great when it's used against me. I rolled a 4 and I add 0, so 4.
All right. So you are now restrained by your own magic. For as long as you're maintaining it, it's grappling you.
Well, it's grappling the other guy too, so
it is, yeah.
Here we
are.
The
wet and wild time. Scarrick.
I'm just gonna let that one slide.
Okay, so this dude is prone and restrained.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna run out and spit acid all over him.
Oh no.
Okay, so
I love
it. He needs to make a deck save.
Okay.
DC 16.
He fails. He fails.
I'm spitting. I'm just adding to all the spit that's around everyone.
Ooh. Ash from cover is just like, maybe I shouldn't have saved these guys.
11 points of acid damage.
Okay.
I cast
all right. He's up. He's gonna twist around in his restraints and he's gonna try and shoot at you, Scarrick, since you're vomiting on him.
Sure.
What's your AC?
14.
Okay. You're hit twice.
Ow. Ow.
Not bad. You take 28 points of damage.
Ow.
Rolled much better than I did in the 3 hits on Arrow.
Yeah, no kidding. I lucked
Many
out.
more boxcars.
How much was it? 28?
Yeah. It was
28, yeah. It's plasma damage, by the way. I don't know if either of you have a personal energy barrier, but
I do.
I do not.
Did you remember to turn it on?
My personal energy.
Absolutely not. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, Ash is gonna shoot this guy.
Ash is gonna shoot me when this is done.
Maybe. He's thinking about it.
Can't blame him.
All right. With the previous damage from the acid, this guy goes down. So limp in the wet, and we are out of combat.
Loot the bodies.
Right on. Oh my god.
We gotta move fast. They got a message out. We gotta get everything we can and get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, I suppose so.
Wait, hold
well,
on.
we better.
I have a trick for this. Do we want to? I just realized my webcam's not open. I have a trick for this. Do we want to? Do you want to ask that guy what he said, or gal? I actually don't know. Person?
Will they talk our language?
I don't know. Actually,
That's question number 1. Question number 2: will he cooperate?
yeah, I didn't really think that far. I've only talked to like dead people like twice. The first time was on
you can give
accident.
it a shot if you want, but I'm gonna prep Mars to move.
Nah, we should like get inside the ship where it's like not where we're in shooting range. You know. Let's go with Plan A.
That's
Let's
fair.
go with Plan A. Yeah.
Okay.
Arrow.
Yeah, if you want to work on Mars,
I was just gonna dump a hot fix into him just so that he can move.
and we see what we can do with this comm panel.
If it's is that a mechanics check?
It is, yeah.
Oh, I'm actually not proficient. I can't help.
What do these guys have on them that we could just grab and take real quick?
They are wearing armored vac suits. Well, the two that are still here are wearing armored vac suits, and they have plasma rifles. The rifle design looks pretty advanced. It's definitely military grade, as is the vac suit armor, which is medium armor, by the way. And yeah, they also have long swords on their person as well.
Oh shit. So I don't mean to, and Ben, of course you're the GM, so you make the call here. I
Mhm.
forgot that Banishing Smite. I need to know, is he from this plane?
He is, yeah.
So if Arrow's like, oh, Hugh, fight's over and stops concentrating.
Yeah, I know. The body's just gonna appear back at your feet.
Oh, it's just the body. Oh, that's horrifying. Okay.
Well, yeah, because he's dead.
Well, that
You
happens.
kill him.
Arrow's like, oh, glad that fight's over. Whomp. Yeah.
I'm not any good with a rifle, but if we're gonna be fighting people like this, I'm gonna go ahead and take one and start practicing.
Fair enough. Thinking about Ash's words earlier, Arrow's actually gonna like take one of these vac suits. It's probably kind of tore up because it was a fight, but like take the helmet and the vac suit, one that like probably fits him the best.
I mean, the one that you fought, you shot down his energy barrier and then you punched him into oblivion. So actually, his suit's in pretty good condition.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to take his vac suit and his helmet and be like,
Yeah. So when you press the button and you move the clicksteel helmet back into its folded form, you see the human face beneath, with their hair tied back, and you see the black tattoo with like a single set of hatch marks.
the notches in it.
Yep, the notches. Yeah. So definitely Vurix.
We should be careful about what we take. I'm going to scan everything, make sure that none of it is trackable.
So is your plan to remove this guy's equipment for potential disguise wearing?
Disguise is kind of what Arrow was thinking, yeah. But
you're the
Scarrick's
only
got a
one
point.
that's going to fit because they're all
humans,
human
right?
sizes. Yeah.
So that's what Ash is thinking. Like, well, I'm a Hanadarian, so I was like, Arrow's like, okay.
Once I get Mars operational, I'm going to use the EM scanner to attempt to identify any signals emitting from this equipment.
So the vac suits do have tracking devices on them that are sending out a signal.
Okay. The vac suits are tracked. I think we're good on the rifles. I'll have to work on a way to disable that tracker, at least while we're on the move.
Huh.
In the meantime, I've just been piling them up in a pit over there where the lizards eat them.
Oh, we're absolutely using one of these, at least one of these for a trap.
Oh, sure.
That's fair.
I wasn't quite ready to abandon my ship yet, and either they're not interested enough to send like forces in mass, or they don't have enough people to do so because they've only ever come in these smaller groups.
Have they ever got a message out before, or did you manage to take them all out?
Oh yeah.
They're just not big on rescue parties, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how much you know about the Virix, but we deal with them from time to time out in the frontier, and they ain't exactly a rescue their people kind of group. They're more like a commit suicide when they're captured and throw a bunch of peons at the wall until the wall blows up kind of group.
Yeah. I'm okay putting
if
the
we
space
become a
fascist in the
wall-
hole and letting the lizards eat them.
If we become a wall, I don't want to get covered in peons.
I mean, that's fair. I just figure as far as, well, let me put it this way. Before the space station landed in here, this ship was the closest thing I had to survival. Now that the space station's in here, it might be worth going into town, so to speak.
I think we should. If Ever and Twig are here, that's where they got to be.
Yeah.
Assuming they didn't get chucked like you guys did.
Well, I suppose if we move towards the center of town, maybe we can find some other people. Do you know if there's anybody else who's alive? Is it just us? Are we going to be responsible for
I'm sorry?
for
All three of us awkwardly look back and forth at each other. What?
Arrow.
repopulating
Arrow.
the communication lines and making sure we've got people speaking through?
Arrow.
What?
Never mind. Anyways,
Come on, get your head in the game here.
Compatible?
I'll show you compatible. I don't say that.
anyways, I've definitely seen some lights and stuff from the city. I don't know if that means that people are alive in there, but seems like a good sign.
Well, I mean, best case scenario, we can find the others. Worst case scenario, we find more Virix and can find out where the others are or were. So, yeah.
I have to believe that my cousin's alive in there at the very least. And Ever and Twig, too. They seem like capable people.
Yeah.
They're tough.
It could take a lot more than this to get rid of them. Although this is a lot. Like, this is a lot.
Yeah, honestly, if any of us would be killed by a crashing space station, it would have been Arrow.
And look, I'm still standing here.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Oh, thank you, by the way. Hey, this is going to seem like a weird question. It's like Arrow, like, finishes picking up the gear. Like, do Hanadarians have any kind of, like, special medicine traditions that they use for healing? Like,
I'm just going to yoink that helmet real quick. Start
like,
disabling the
it's going to
trackers.
sound kind of weird question, but I think I read somewhere that there you have like healing saliva. I don't know. It was just a comment on the internet. I didn't know if there's any realistic way to that.
I am unsure how to react to this. Honestly. On the one hand. But on the other hand.
Okay, that tells me everything.
I tell you what.
Nope, that's all right.
I tell you what.
Lick me, bro. This is Chad.
I tell you what.
It says Audrey.
I do have healing saliva, but if you want to try it out, you're gonna have to come over here.
Arrow, you know what happens when strange saliva is swapped. You might end up with some kind of infernal pact.
That's true. That's true. I'm gonna focus. Which way is town? You said this way. This way is town.
Get him to sign a contract or something.
Yeah, we'll have to go up throat to get to town.
Something invisible in court.
Down the throat we go. Just lead the way.
I thought we were going to the ship first.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're gonna get as much as we can.
Yeah. Sorry, I just I think I've
Thinking
sustained a
about
lot of blood
magic
loss.
saliva, huh?
You Ash, you happen to have any armor I could use or anything I can cobble together?
Hey, I got some stuff in storage, I suppose. What do you
Something
wear?
simple. Something light. I still want to be able to move around, but
All right.
this vac suit ain't quite cutting it.
Ash
We'll see what
conveniently
we can do for
has
you.
a karate uniform. Like
I picked up that light armor proficiency, and I want some.
Yeah.
And because I will take light armor, I'm going to give Arrow my bracers of defense.
Ooh.
Because your AC sucks.
My AC is awful.
Arrow, are you wearing light armor already?
He is. Wait, hold on.
Because if you are, you can't benefit from the bracers.
I am proficient. I have a Kevlar vest.
Oh.
So, it's not doing a lot for me though.
What's your dex?
1.
Okay, so that's why you have a 12 AC then.
That's why I have a 12 AC. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, listen. Your comments about the cover, I get it. It's a learning process. I got a little excited. It's adrenaline plus blood loss. It's not a good combo. Anyway, let's see if we can get those comms working.
Your pistol whip's pretty impressive.
I've seen a lot of action movies that, this is kind of a heat of the moment kind of thing.
Most gunfighters do not go for the pistol whip first, just as an FYI.
That's fair.
Wait, is that what happened?
Yeah, did you see it?
No.
Yeah, I
put down cover for us, and then you disappeared around the corner, and then I just saw a big flash of light.
Oh, hold on. Let me pull up the recording. Oh.
Yeah.
Never mind.
If Mars was online, he could have caught that, but sorry, bro.
It'll always live in my memory.
Yeah, Sag. Anyway.
All right, well, the bracers will give you a +2 to your AC, so it's better than the vest you got on. At least.
That's fair.
Maybe I can pair that vest with some of the pieces that Ash has and cobble together some like equivalent of wasteland leather armor.
Chet, do you not remember how hard Ash went on the ship ride to the Vyrix mummy?
Yeah, people like Ash coming on strong. Like Ash got game. Ash took that licking comment in stride, to be honest. The whole saliva thing. Anyway, so now that we've gotten past this, so I want to apologize for any neck injuries from the freaking whiplash of tone between the front half of this stream and where we landed.
I want to apologize. This is intentional.
This is by design. That's fair.
DM.
Yes.
So I'm rocking crazy high computers and mechanics. What do you want me to roll for disabling those trackers?
That'll be either one, honestly.
Okay. Okay, that's a 25.
Sheesh.
You disable it.
All right.
Do you want to preserve it for your later use?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
okay.
I'd like to be able to turn it back on at some point.
Sounds good.
All right, so I guess Arrow can grab that helmet and suit and carry it into the ship, I guess, to hold on to his stuff.
I'm
not used
also
to
going to have
carrying things.
Mars is going to be running every scanner he's got.
Sometimes I forget the kind of life you people in the core live.
What? No, I mean, usually Ever carries all of my stuff for. You know what? That's worse.
That is kind of worse, honestly.
Am I a bad friend? Anyway,
How's the radiation?
Honestly, surprisingly not too terrible, but definitely higher than is long-term healthy.
Well, hopefully we can find some way to counteract that eventually.
Yeah,
like,
the type of radiation
like a suit or something.
is mostly dark matter radiation, as opposed to like well, I guess in our universe all radiation is that kind, but it is more of an active magic situation, which you suspect is what's going on with arrow spells. If you saw any of that.
I did see a little bit. I don't understand it.
Neither do I.
Me neither.
Wild.
I'm just a simple cowboy.
Well,
Minus the simple.
and the ship.
Takes their hat off. Sets it on his chest. Molotov.
Well, Mars has a pretty decent cargo capacity. We can take any essentials that you need to bring with us. I do mean essentials. And as much as I'd like to take the liquor cabinet, we can always come back for it.
Right. So you guys head into the ship. He'll take you over to the comm unit, and you can start working on that in between, like short resting, working on that, working on Mars. But while you're working, you feel something. It's touching at like the edge of your senses, Scarrick. Just gently pulling. And as you're like underneath the panel with all of the wires and stuff, and you're doing some rerouting, you pause a moment in your work, and you swear you hear something. A voice say, "Come and find me. And hurry up about it. I don't have all day."
Arrow?
Yeah.
You hear that? You hear that voice?
Yeah, you're talking to me. What? I can hear you. What's up?
Nothing on comms. They're not fixed yet.
It was you.
Your cyborg ears hear no other voice.
I listen with my special ears because I have special ears.
Queekoo, queekoo, queekoo. That's how they work.
Mm-hmm. Wait, hold on.
Nothing.
Yeah,
You hear nothing.
That's no. Wait, hold on. Yeah, no, nothing. I got nothing. Why? What are you hearing?
And Vaya?
Who else would it be, dum-dum? And at the end of the session, that's where we're going to stop for today.
Let's go! Let's go! And Vaya's not dead. I'm just saying it. Vaya's not dead. I'm so excited. That's Anyway, so it sounds like that's the end of the session. So
that's what we're going to call it for today. Thank you guys for joining us on our first episode back of season 3. We'll see how long we need to be split up. for the lovely and perfect Bibi of Audrey and Aaron.
Yes.
And yeah,
go from there.
we'll
Well,
be here in 2 weeks.
absolutely. Thank you, everyone, for listening in and joining us. It's very excited to be back. Special shout out to Nutella, who does the character art for the characters we play on this stream, which you'll see all 4 of them together here. They're not all together now, but we'll see what happens later on down the road. And if you're not following already, you can always find us on our socials. We're at Starwyrms on Twitter, Spaceships and Starwyrms on Facebook and YouTube. If you're not a part of our Discord, come hang out. We post a lot of garbage there. It's a lot of fun. And then also, for those of you
That's where all the fan art goes.
That's exactly where all the fan art goes. It's where the
You
wild
can
stuff
see
happens.
so many pictures of Anvia.
There's a lot of Anvia art. Yeah, it seems to be very skewed. But for those of you who are not as familiar with the system that we're playing, Spaceships and Starwyrms' entire catalog is available for sale down on DriveThruRPG. You can get the core source book, all of the expansions that we have released so far. There's even a free beginner's kit. Well, pay what you want, but yeah. So if you haven't already, go check it out. A lot of good stuff there. And once again, special thanks to everybody for tuning in. And I guess we'll see you on the 16th.
See you then.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.